Hi, my name is Victoria Dreisbach, and this is my proposal presentation for nutrition. I'm going to turn my camera off real quick because it's a little distracting. All right, let's get started. So this is the introduction. The United States has a serious public health concern with regards to healthy eating. As of March 2024, roughly 42% of United States adults suffer with obesity, and this brings numerous problems such as diabetes, heart disease. It also increases mortality rates, and there needs to be a fundamental change within the health of millions of Americans. Healthier options and better access to nutritional education needs to be known, and nutritional facts on every food product only go so far because many people do not understand what these labels mean. They can be very misleading. A look at ingredients can uncover how impactful these foods can be on the human body. Specifically, in the United States, we have access to so much processed foods compared to European countries. These foods are chemically changed with artificial flavors, colors, additives, and other things that the average American may not understand. This rising concern needs to be addressed, and empowering Americans to make healthier choices is so important to address this growing epidemic. So, my proposal is to introduce a food scaling system similar to that of European nations that could encourage healthier choices and healthier options so people can make the best decision for themselves. So here are some statistics about unhealthy eating. So for more about obesity, 58% of United States adults with obesity also have high blood pressure, with heart disease, and 23% also have diabetes. And obesity affects some groups more than others, specifically minority communities and low-income households, because it's harder for these groups to access healthier options, and nutritional education at times can be confusing. Then with processed foods, which is so unhealthy, there's an increase in cancer risk. So a 5-year study over 100,000 people found that every 10% increase in consumption of these processed foods was associated with a 12% higher risk of cancer. And then further with these processed foods, sugar, sodium, and fat are so heavily prominent in these foods and their unhealthy levels, as 70% of our salt that Americans eat comes from processed foods, as well as 90% of added sugars in Americans' diets come from these highly processed foods, which is way too much. So these foods such as baked goods, salty snacks, sugary drinks, all of these are in so many of our diets, and it's important to understand what comes in these and how this affects our bodies because these foods are quicker to digest and have a lot of caloric density. These processed foods are easier to digest than unprocessed whole foods, meaning that our bodies burn less energy digesting them and it's harder to burn those calories then. So about 11 million deaths then worldwide in 2017 were attributed to diseases related to unhealthy diets, which is too high of a number. All right, so my proposal for this is to introduce a food scaling system similar to that of, European nations. And this is a 5 scale score ranging from A to E, and it's very consumer friendly and is very understandable to understand. This comes from scientists and millions of databases, and they understand what the human body really needs and nutritional benefactors for your body instead of processed foods that may harm your hormones, your other systems that can really affect your body. So this system called Nutri-Score was introduced in France in 2017, and again, it uses a 5-color traffic light symbol, which is very consumer friendly, and it helps consumers to buy healthier foods, and it motivates the industries to change their products, so it's better for your body overall. So here's some benefits and negatives. So overall, there was a correlation with increase in non-processed foods. So when people understand what's being put into their bodies, they're going to buy healthier food, and there's better outcomes in health because processed foods can lead to many unhealthy health outcomes such as increase in obesity and other health factors that really affect your body. So consumption of these products with the score was associated with more positive outcomes. For example, in France, there was better weight distribution overall, there was less obesity, there was increase in positive asthma symptoms and metabolic syndromes and even more, and even cancer, for example. And for Spain, there was a lower mortality rate overall and chronic disease related. People put or more organic or even just healthier overall foods in their body, they're able to live a healthier life because healthier nutrition leads to a healthier lifestyle. And then the only negatives that I could say about this is the effect on companies and their products, because people may not want to buy these unhealthy products anymore. However, from this, there always is going to be customer loyalty. For the example, the company Coca-Cola, there's always going to be people who want Coca-Cola and they don't want a substitute product. And overall, my closing thoughts, I just want to say that implementing this Nutrisource system within the United States could encourage millions of Americans to make healthier choices about what they are consuming. People could be more educated about the nutritional value of the products, and it's so consumer friendly, and it's a great way of educating the population and investing in their future and in their health. One thing the Nutri-Score could also do is provide a QR code on the products to show the negatives and positives of what the people are eating so people can make more confident decisions. So thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you learned something. Oops, yeah, hope you learned something. Anyways, have a great day.